Are you anxious? Is everything moving too fast all the time? Is there too much going on? Is there too much noise? Is it even real? Is it all in your head? It's all in my head. There's too much in front of us that's just not even relevant. It's not even relevant. It's all a test. It's all a test. How sure are you? Are you sure of anything? Is there a reason to be? Nothing's certain. So you're going to have to find your comfort in that. It's kind of inherently anti-human, maybe inhumane. No, that probably wouldn't be the word. I think as humans, we tend to be afraid of the unknown. I do. For me, the way that manifested throughout my childhood in the most obvious way and the least nuanced was swimming. I was afraid of swimming in bodies of water that I couldn't see the bottom in. And I grew up swimming in swimming pools, crystal clear water. It's a swimming pool. You can always see the bottom of the pool, and you can also always see that there's nothing underneath you that's going to get you, you know? You can see the bottom, and there's nothing between you and the bottom. Every now and then there's one of those pool snake things, you know, that cleans the water moving around. I was afraid of those too. But not like a real fear, more of like a curious fear. Like I would swim up to it and touch it, but I didn't want to accidentally brush it with my leg, you know? It would spook me. It's like, what is that, you know? It's like a hose running from it to the edge of the pool or wherever it's going. I was afraid of swimming in a body of water that was too dark. Dark, murky, couldn't see what was underneath me. I didn't know what was going to swim up and get me. Maybe it was the movie Jaws as a young kid. It's just sunk into my brain and influenced me. Crept into my subconscious and tweaked me out. But maybe not. I was afraid of the dark for a little while, but then after a while, I got used to just, all right, like before I go to bed, I'm going to close my door. I've probably seen in my closet recently, so I'm safe to assume there's probably nobody in there. Maybe check under the bed, make sure there's nobody hiding under there. All right, safe to turn the lights off and assume that just because I turned the lights off didn't change the fact that when the lights were on, I confirmed that there was nothing I didn't know of in the room. All right, certainty. Certain of my surroundings. Can't control what's in the lake. I can control what's in my room. All right, not afraid of the dark. Can sleep with the lights off. Enjoy sleeping with the lights off. More peace, less noise. Nothing shining in my face. Slept in the basement most of my childhood because my bedroom was in the basement. So there's extra darkness down there. extra quiet from people. A few strange noises from the furnace room, but get used to those. Those become certain after a while. But then you grow up and it's like, all right, the news, 24/7 hysteria. Okay. What's going to happen tomorrow? What happened today that was chaotic and out of this world? It's something we didn't see coming. What's the forecast? What's happening with the world? Where are we headed? Living in the future, living in the past. What's happening now? You don't need anyone to tell you. The news isn't going to tell you. What's happening now is what you're taking in. The eyes, the ears, the nose, the fingers, the taste buds, the skin, whatever. What's happening? What's happening is right here, right now. There's a lot of noise, a lot of mass hysteria, a lot of distractions. It swirls around. Swirls around and it freaking stimulates the anxious mind. I was anxious for a long time. Uncontrollably so. I'm anxious now, but intermittently and usually controllably. Every now and then, dose up on some freaking caffeine, nice cup of joe, feel the edge, walk around with a freaking fire in the veins, feel the chaos inside you, let the mind freaking unwrap a little bit, get a little bit wild, a little bit of vibration to you, a little bit of unsettled, a little bit of riled up, a little bit of tightly bound. But most of the time, no. Most of the time, where's my zen? Most of the time, where's my peace? Not on the phone. It's not on the phone. There's no peace on the phone. There's no peace on the phone. Everything on the phone is mostly just anxiety. Mostly just future and past. None of it's really present. A little bit of AC unit running. A little bit of noise. Sometimes the phone wants to just freaking absorb your consciousness. It just wants to freaking leech your thoughts, leech your mind, leech your compute. It's like the phone is like, hey, here's a bunch of freaking information. Do something with it. Nope. Don't need that. Don't need that. That's just more junk to swirl around in the freaking tornado. More debris, more shrapnel. It's just not good. Don't need extra information floating around in there, cutting up your freaking brainwaves. Turbulence. You know what I'm saying? Whew, just gotta play it dumb, man. Blissfully ignorant, Like Elisha Long says, man. Gotta retard max it. I made this video because I want to start doing this more often. What this is like a self-talk, you know. It's like an exercise in personal philosophy. What do I find myself reflecting on at the end of the week? What am I thinking? You know? What's the status? What are things that I want to carry with me? Reflections about the state of existence. What would I tell myself if I could sit down and talk with myself at the end of the week? What are things I would remind myself of? Are you anxious? It's your fault. Why have you made yourself anxious? Did you drink a coffee just because you thought I could use some energy? That's not why you drink coffee. You don't drink coffee for energy. Because it doesn't provide that. Fuel provides energy. Coffee isn't fuel. Minimally calorically valuable. I mean, what? Maybe you're putting some creamer in there, you got some calories. My coffee's black, it's got no calories. It's not going to provide me any energy. It's just going to wind me up a little bit. Just wind me up. It's going to tighten everything up. Is that why you're anxious? Did you drink a coffee and now you're wound up? Now you're tense? Can you drink a coffee and be chill? Yeah, on the outside. Probably not on the inside. Why are you anxious? Did you look at your phone first thing in the morning? Did you look at your phone? Maybe you looked at your phone, but you went past turning off the alarm. Maybe you saw a notification. Maybe you saw a news flash. Newsflash, another Ford recall. Ford sets the record for recalls in 1 year by an automotive manufacturer. 2025. Newsflash, another Ford recall. Newsflash, Peter Thiel says this. Newsflash, Israel, Gaza. None of it's here, none of it's now. Newsflash, this happened. Newsflash, this is forecasted. None of it's here, none of it's now, none of it's relevant. What's relevant? I need to put away my laundry. That's right here, that's right now. It's in the dryer, it's waiting on me, it needs to be put away. It's relevant. Guess what that is? Progress yet to be realized. That's TBD. There's a future value, there's a present value. There's even maybe a little bit of past value. Right now the laundry isn't put away. It is washed, it is dried. I washed it, I dried it, I haven't put it away. Right now it's ready. It's ready to be put in the frickin' closet. It's ready for me to frickin' be ready for the rest of the work week. Whatever I may need some clothes, some underwear for. That's here, that's now. Peace deal. Ceasefire. War wages on. Not here, not now. Can't control it, forget it. Forget it. Whew. I used to love scheming on things that I really can't control. Someday I'm gonna find the answer to this problem. No, you're not. No, you're not. What means do you have to solve the world's problems? You don't. But you do have the means to solve our problems in your immediate market. Why don't you focus on that? See where that takes you. Maybe that takes you to a place where someday you've got more means. More means might tackle bigger problems. Let's start small. Let's focus on 1 foot in front of the other. 1 foot in front of the other. You got a goal a month out. You got a goal a year out. You got a goal 3 years out. You got a goal 5 years out. You got stepping stones in front of you. Stepping stones. Just focus on the steps, man. Just focus on the steps. What is it getting you? to think about the steps that someone else is focusing on the other side of the world. There's no value at all. All that is a distraction. It's just noise. That's all it is. Can't control it? What the fuck are you gonna do? You can't control it. There's so much you can't control. You know what that is? Uncertainty. Can't be certain of what you can't control. You know, you can control what's under your bed. Because that's right here, that's right now. You can control that. You can be certain of that. Find comfort in that. You're not going to find comfort in what's going on in Israel or Gaza or whatever the fuck. There's no comfort. You're not going to find comfort there. Don't look for it. You can't solve that problem. It's not on you. That's up to someone else. As a matter of fact, it's not really up to anybody. Maybe above humanity, you know? Big problems. Deeply rooted problems in human nature. You can't change human nature. Don't bother trying. Don't bother. What is your purpose? What is it? Ask yourself. You're not going to find an answer. You're not going to find an answer. Maybe a temporary one. Maybe an acute one. Like, oh, okay, my job is to do this. I help people with this. Okay. That explains part of your day. What is your purpose? Progress? Moving forward, I guess. You progress in a lot of things without even trying. You probably get a little bit better at brushing your teeth every day. You probably get a little bit better at driving to work every day. You probably get a little bit better. You might get a little bit more efficient at getting ready in the morning. A lot of people are bad at the nighttime routine. A lot of people are bad at the whole routine. A lot of people aren't so process-oriented. I'm obsessively process-oriented. It's kind of one of my weirdnesses. It's one of my weirdnesses, you know? It's one of my oddities. Just bound to structure. You know why? Because when I wake up in the morning, I want to be certain. I wake up in the morning and I'm afraid of not knowing how I'm going to feel at work if I change what I eat for breakfast. I'm afraid of not knowing, am I going to be more tired if I wake up 5 minute different time? If I wake up 5 minutes earlier, 5 minutes later, if I go to bed 5 minutes earlier, 5 minutes later, am I going to be at a different point in the sleep schedule? Come on, bud. Am I going to be at a different point in the sleep schedule, in the sleep cycle? Am I going to wake up at the wrong time? Got to do it all the same way every day. Try to derive some certainty out of the fucking chaos. Because it's what I can control, man. What's up, bud? I can control what I do, so I can find some certainty in there. And that's like a reflex, is to try to derive certainty. Because naturally, as a human, I fear what I don't know. I might have a bad day at work if I don't wake up and take this supplement or take that supplement or eat this in this order. eat an orange, eat 2 oranges before I consume protein or carbs or fats, other carbs. Wake up, drink water right away. Otherwise, maybe I'll find myself not digesting my food as well or having a headache. What monotony? There's certainty in monotony. There's certainty in that. Sometimes Manuel comes home a little bit later than expected, and the fear hits me. I think, oh, what if? I think, what if this? What if that? What if he never comes back? What if this is the time he never comes back? Can't know, can't control it. I could keep him locked up all the time. That I could control. But he doesn't want that. I don't want him to live a life that he doesn't enjoy. So you can't control it, you know? He lives the life he wants. There's risk in that. It's risking everything, you know? What are we doing? Loading up the mind? Are we trying to max out the capacity of the brain on the day-to-day? How about consume less? What an exercise that is. What a challenge. Just scoot to the side, that's all you gotta do. Isn't this interesting? Any direction you push the cat, he's just gonna directly oppose it. Push him one way, he's just gonna push right into it. Whatever you're telling me to do, I'm doing the exact opposite. Fuck me. Get off the table. Hasn't this been some fucking gibberish? Reflections. You can't control really much of anything, so just don't worry about it. Everybody's said that before. I used to be so impatient. I have a job right now that involves a lot of waiting. It's a sales job. It's a sales job. Gotta wait. Gotta wait till someone wants to buy. You know? A lot of waiting. Found out real quick when I started that if I flood the mind with information, makes what I'm doing feel very stagnant. Well, what's here and now? If it's nothing, let it be. When the stimulation comes around, then it's time to be stimulated. It's not time to be stimulated all the time. Just dulls the senses, you know. Dulls everything. If you constantly got noise, there's no peace in that. I've really realized that the truest mission of life, for me, maybe not for everybody, I think a lot of people haven't realized this mission yet, and maybe it's not a mission that applies to your life for one reason or another, but the truest mission in my life, maybe this comes down to my battle with things like anxiety or just generally living not in the moment. The truest mission is to find peace. Where can you find peace? Here and now. Here and now, in the present. This is where the peace is at. And it always is. Always. It's inside you. It doesn't come from anywhere else. No external stimulation. inner peace inside you. It's a decision. It's a hard one to make. It's a practice. It takes true learned practice, skill. It's difficult. A lot of people are out of practice. They might have known it. Maybe they never have. I didn't for a long time. Then I realized patience is a virtue. You know what patience is? Peace. Among uncertainty. Is someone going to come by? Is someone going to come buy something from me? I don't know. Can't control it. All right. Better be okay with the here and the now, because that's all you got. That's all you got. You don't have what's out there. You don't have what's across the world. You don't have what's on here. You don't have that. It's not yours. It's just going to make you jealous. It's going to make you anxious. All sorts of negative emotions. Scared. You might catch a sliver of love every now and then on there. You might catch a good chuckle. Go ahead, cut it off right there, because nothing better will come of it. Nothing. A good chuckle. You know when that usually comes about? Good chuckle? When somebody shares something with you. Maybe you got a funny text from your coworker. Maybe a loved one sent you a funny video. There's a feeling of community. You share the comedic value of something. There's not a whole lot of community on here in general. I think that the main purpose it serves is actually the antithesis of community, which I would describe as divide. There's a lot of profit in divide, you know. There's a lot of profit. It pays to rile people up. It pays because it draws engagement. We all know that. If you find yourself being fired up about something, here's something I'm doing nowadays. This is rare. Every now and then, I'll catch myself typing out a comment. What are you doing? I find myself trying to weigh in on something, like my opinion matters. Shut up. I catch myself in that moment. It's been a while since I've dropped a comment, unless it's something funny to say on a friend of mine's post, or maybe it's just something, a funny thought I had, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just drop that out there. Okay. But if you're dropping an opinion, shut up, brother. Shut up. What are you going to drop a freaking opinion into the digisphere? Into the fake community? You going to drop a little pebble in the ocean? There's plenty of waves already, man. Your little ripple, insignificant. Matter of fact, it's irrelevant. That's energy that you spent expressing something meaningless. Poof. Drop a comment, think, hope I get a response on that. Hope I get a like on that. Hope that riles somebody up. Hope somebody agrees. Hope this motherfucker who thought different is going to chime back, and that my comment is going to look wiser. It's going to look sharper. It's going to look wittier. What a waste. AC unit fires up. Noise. There's peace here. There's peace here. I catch myself writing a comment nowadays. I freaking hit that backspace button. Sometimes I'll freaking type out 2 sentences. I'll get deep, you know. I'll have a real thought. What am I contributing to the noise? People don't need that. Who needs that? The only thing worth contributing is positivity, laughs. That's it. You don't need to stimulate thoughts. That's just noise. It's a waste. You don't need to perplex somebody. You don't need to bewilder somebody. You don't need to get the better of somebody. That's a freaking waste. That's divisive. Waste of energy. You don't need to be divisive, man. That's for big media to do. It's for companies to do. It's for corporations to do. They get profit out of that. If you find yourself typing out that freaking opinionated comment, if you find yourself disagreeing with someone on the internet and thinking that it's valuable to comment about it, you're the sucker. You're a freaking court jester. Not even. The court jester's got far more valuable than that. Court jester's probably the person in the video. The comments underneath are like the fucking peasants chirping, squawking. You know what I'm saying? Squawk, squawk. Fucking waste. For the birds. Find yourself disagreeing with people online, bro, get out of here. Sit down and have a coffee with somebody. If you find yourself separated from your neighbor, from your fellow American, because of opinion, what are you doing? What are you doing? Have you lost your humanity? Has the machine gotten in between you and other people? You lost the game. You already lost. Time to recoup. You lost the game. Reflect on it. Do it better next time. It's a series. There are more games to be won. Series never ends, man. Rack up your wins. Rack up your wins. It hurts when people let irrelevant noise separate them from their neighbor, from the guy in the town over, community members. It's the opposite of progress. There's purpose to be derived from progress. Together we are strong. Strength in community. Community is progress. Shared goals. We're stronger together. It's easier to get things done when you got a team. Divisiveness does not accomplish anything. It gets in the way. It's an obstacle. You anxious? Are you feeling separated from your community? Do you feel like they're all a bunch of idiots? All of them? Do you feel like those people? I hate those people. Do you hate? Are you fucking nuts? Who tricked you into hating something? You fucking idiot. You lost that one. Pick it up. Reflect. You don't hate, you fucking dummy. Does something rattle you so much that you fucking hate it? Well, that's pretty fucking childish. Don't do that. Who hates stuff? Immature babies. Babies hate things. I was a baby once. You know what I hated? I hated when there was a wrinkle in my sock when I put my foot in my shoe. A representation of inconsistency, uncertainty, lack of smoothness, you know? Lack of flush between my foot and the sole of my shoe. If I fucking put my foot in my shoe and there was a wrinkle in my sock, whew, it really got on my nerves. I hated it. Nowadays, dude, jam that fucking foot in there. I'll even stand on my shoelaces. It's fine. Forget it. Who cares? It doesn't affect me. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the time. I disagree with the way that sock wrinkled up in my shoe when I put my foot in there. I disagree with it, so I'm going to hate it, and it's going to make me mad. It's going to get a rise out of me. It's going to get a reaction. What a waste of energy that is. Could have been walking out the door. Could have been walking out the door. Used to piss my mom off. I'd put my shoes on and have to take them back off again and put them back on. Might still have a wrinkle. Might not have noticed the wrinkle until I stood up. Both shoes are tied by then. Ooh, sit back down, untie the shoe, wrinkle in there. All right, take the foot out, stretch the sock, stick that sucker back in there, tie the shoe up again. Uh-oh, fuck. Left shoe's tighter than the right shoe. Got to retie one of them. Tightness has got to be the same. Fuck it all. Fuck it all. Who cares? Can't control that, man. It's never going to be perfect. Used to be a perfectionist. Still deal with that. What a waste of energy. How about just get something done? Anything. I'm going to look back at this recording and I'm going to think, man, what a bunch of bullshit. That was not great. It sucked. It was mediocre. It was yammering. A ramble. But I'm going to put it out because I'm going to know, okay, I spoke something into existence. It happened. And then I'm going to do it again. And there's going to be progress. A collection of thoughts, organized into speech, human speech. A collection of thoughts that had to trickle down the Plinko board. They had to fall out in a particular order, and here they are. This is the way that they've manifested in this order of words. I'm not going to think back on it. I'm going to decide not to. I'm going to say, you know what? That's what it is. It could have been better. I could have done it better. There's a better way to do it. Let me do it again. I'll do it over again. I'll sit back down on that bench. I'll untie the shoe. I'll get the wrinkle out of the fucking sock. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Tuck the shoelaces in. Stand on them, dude. Stand on them. A little bump in the road. The fucking neighbor doesn't agree. The neighbor doesn't agree. The left sock's got a wrinkle in it. Fuck the left sock, man. I hate the left sock. Nope. You know what? Left sock's got a little wrinkle in it. That's okay. Today, the left sock and the right sock, they don't agree. But we're walking somewhere, and both those socks are going to take us there. Both those socks. We're leaving on time. We're getting there. Progress. One foot in front of the other. Stepping stones. Goals. Let's get there, man. Let's do it together. It's the only way. Fuck the noise, dude. Fuck the wrinkles. Fuck the noise. Forget it. Something making you mad? Forget it. Second something makes you mad, man, whatever it is that made you mad, it got the win. Think about it, dude. There are kids growing up. Growing up, there are kids that would say something funny. Say something funny like, let's see, you know what? My mom used to pack me real good lunches in elementary school, and there were kids that had school lunch, you know. And the kids that had school lunch, they'd be like, oh, your mom packed you another this or that, huh? Yeah, what, you eating a fucking banana? That's pretty gay. Try to get a rise out of you, make you mad. The second you get mad, they smirk, you know, because they know that they're winning. Yeah, man, my mom packed me a banana, dude. You want? Here, you want half my banana? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, dude, my mom packed me some beef jerky, dude. You want a piece? Oh, yeah, sure. You know what? I do want a fucking piece. Nah, I'm alright, man. I don't need a piece. Okay, cool. What you got there? You got the fucking Texas toast with fucking cheese melted on it and the fucking marinara sauce. That's cool, bro. That's cool. Nah, I don't really like that shit. I'm alright. But we're eating at the same table, dude. And we're talking about the same class. So good. We're getting there. Something gets a rise out of you, dude. You're losing. Remember that. You're losing. You type in that comment, delete that fucking comment. Get the fuck out of here. Did you post it already? Delete it. You fucking dummy. Delete it. Did someone say something negative on your post? Sometimes people make negative comments on my YouTube videos. What I try to do, this is a pro tip that I've told to other people. This is a pro tip. I'm such a pro. What I do is I try to type a comment back that responds with like a thank you for the negative comment, as if my goal is to make it seem like I misinterpreted their negativity as positivity so that they feel like their negative comment didn't land. So they've got two choices. They either double down or they say, oh, you know what? This guy's just being positive. He didn't respond with more negativity. That's all right. I'm going to let him be. Or I'm going to respond with something a little bit more positive. Or, you know what? I like the way he handled that. Let me drop a sub. Let me drop a like. I changed my opinion. You know what? This guy's not so bad. You respond to negativity with negativity. What are you doing? That's not helping anything. Man, you got to respond to hate with love, brother. That's the way. Oh, man, my neighbor's such a fucking dummy. Show him a little love, dude. You're not going to get your message across by hating. It's a dumb way to do things. Show him a little love, dude. Sometimes somebody just needs a little bit of help. Sometimes you just need a little bit of help, dude. We're better together, brother. One foot in front of the other. By way of love, by way of community, by way of progress. Cut the distractions, dude. Remember, we're people. We're just people, dude. Oh man, I really disagree with what that guy just did. Imagine that you led the exact same life. You walked in his footsteps all the way up to that moment. Do you think you'd have done anything different? Anything different? If you were in his body, in his mind, lived his life, would you have done anything different? Probably not, because you'd still be a fucking human. Oh, I really disagree with that. Yeah, but it's human nature, dude. So it is what it is. Move forward, man. Don't hate. It's all right if you disagree. Don't let that make you mad. Don't let that make you hate. Don't let that stimulate extreme emotion. That's fucking ridiculous. Don't be nuts. Are you fucking nuts? Yeah, you are. Probably. Tame that back a little bit. There's a bunch of people out here, dude. Floating around in the chaos. I don't know how to wrap this up. That's probably good enough. It's not perfect, but it'll do.